All right, so we're gonna solve two-step equations, and we're gonna start with number ones. We're gonna solve this equation. 9c plus 1 equals 10. Now, we have two choices here. Either we can get rid of 1 or 9. We know that PEMDAS, we start with multiplication first, then addition. But what we do when we solve the equation, we go with the opposite way, right? So we're going to get rid of addition, then we're going to try to cancel the multiplication, right? So so we're going to cancel 1 first. We're going to subtract 1, right, in both sides. And that's going to be 9c equals 9. Now we have 9 times c equals 9, and in order to cancel the 9, we need to divide it by 9 here. So we're going to divide it by 9, right? And that will be 1 here, and 9 over 9 will be 1. So c will be equal to 1, right? Just keep in mind here that when you have like a over a, right, that's going to be 1, right? That's going to be a 1. So for number 2, we get 6y minus 5 equals 7. So we got multiplication, then subtraction. So since we're doing the opposite of PEMDAS, we're gonna try to get rid of subtraction first, which is negative 5. So we need, in order to cancel the negative 5, we need to add 5 in both sides here. Okay. It's like you spend $5 in credit card, and in order to have a balance 0, you need to pay $5. So that's why we added 5 here. So we're gonna add 5, and we're gonna have 6y equals, now 7 plus 5 will be 12, right? And the next step, we're gonna divide by 6 here, and that will be y equals 2. All right, so let's move on to number 3. We got 8 equals 3a minus 4. Just keep in mind this is the same thing as 3a minus 4 equals 8 is the same thing, right? And you don't have to do this step. You can just like work for it, you know, from as is, right? So we can just add 4 in both sides. So we can add 4 in both sides here. And we got like 3a equals 12, right? 3a equals 12. Then here we can divide it by 3, right? And we're going to have a equals 4, right? So we're going to have a equals 4. That's going to be the final answer. Now let's go for number 4. Number 4, we have a fraction there. We have m divided by 5 plus 9 equals 11. Again, we have division, then addition, right? And we're going to go the opposite of PEMDAS. So we're going to start with addition first. So we're trying to cancel 9. So we're going to just subtract 9 both sides, right? And then we're going to have, it's like we have $9 and you spend $9, so the balance is 0. That's why we have 0 there, right? So we get like m over 5, right? M over 5 equals 11 minus 9. 11 minus 9 is just 2. Now, let me just cancel this one here. Let me just erase the 0 here. So we get m over 5 equals 2. Now we have 5 as numerator, so we need to I'm sorry, as a denominator. So we need to cancel 5. So we're just gonna multiply by another numerator, which is the same thing as denominator, which is 5. So we're gonna multiply by 5 in both sides here. And remember, this is like 5 over 1, and we can just cancel 5 with 5 here. So we're gonna have m, and 2 times 5 will be 10. So the answer is just 10, right? Just keep in mind we have like small rule here. If I have like a over b, if you multiply by the reciprocal of this fraction, you're just gonna get 1. You're just gonna get 1 because you can cancel a with a and b with b. You're gonna get 1 over 1, right? So that's something good to know. All right. So let's move on here. We got number 5. 13 plus 7x equals 27, right? So we're just gonna, again, we get 13 and 7x. Now, some people may ask me, so why we don't just get rid of 7 first, right? And that's gonna create more problem. Try it. Why you don't just try it here? So let's divide by 7 here. Let's divide by 7 here, right? And look at what you're gonna get. You're gonna get 7 over 7. Okay, that's fine. We're happy with that, right? Then you get like 13 divided by 7. And that's gonna take you to a decimal number. So that's gonna create like really, really nightmare. It's gonna be like a nightmare to me. So it's gonna create more problem. And we know that 27 is not divisible by 7 here. So it's not gonna give me like anything here, right? That's gonna, it's just gonna create like really, for me, it's gonna be like a nightmare. So it's not gonna end up with anything. So the best way is, let's follow the rule, right? And the best way to recognize this, remember PEMDAS, right? Remember the PEMDAS? So that we go for like, multiplication first, right? Before addition, right? Here we're gonna go with the opposite. So we're gonna try to cancel this one first. How we do this? We're gonna subtract 13. We're gonna subtract 13 in both sides, right? We're gonna subtract 13 in both sides. And that's gonna be 7x. And 27 took away 13, that would be 14 here, right? And here we can just divide by 7. We can just divide by 7, right? And we're just gonna get x equals 2. All right, so let's move on to the next question here. We got like number 6 here, number 6. So we have like 17 minus q equals 6, right? So again, we need to cancel the 17 first. And that will be negative q. That looks like a 9, but that's q, right? You know what? I just like, I hate that. So let me make it like a capital letter here. Q equals 6 minus, this is going to confuse with 9 here, so I don't want to try to avoid that. So 6 minus 17, that would be negative 11. That would be like negative 11 here, right? 6 take away 17 would be negative 11. Now I have minus. This is the same thing as negative 1, as negative 1 times q, right? So in order to cancel the negative 1, we're just going to divide by negative 1 here, right? Or divided by negative. So it's going to be like q over 11, right? Now I just changed this one, as capital to capital Q, so I can, not to confuse with 9 there. Okay. So let's do number 7 here. Let's do number 7. We got 9 minus 31 over 4 equals 2. Again, we have fraction there, right? And I need to get rid of this fraction. No, this is, let me just change color. I don't like to have the same color there as, so let me just get the, so again, I need to cancel this 4. Remember, this is a denominator here. So we're just going to multiply by numerator here, right? So it's going to be like 4 times 4 in both sides. We're going to multiply by 4 in both sides. And we can just like cancel 4 with 4, right? Because 4 is a numerator here, and here we have a denominator. So that's going to be n minus 31 equals 8. And again, I need to just add 31 in both sides. I need to cancel negative 31. So I'm going to add 31 in both sides, right? And we have like n equals 8 plus 31. That will be 39. All right, so let's move on to number 8 here. We got number 8. So we got 1 plus 2r equals 35. Again, we're going to subtract. So we're going to subtract 1 in both sides here. And we're going to have 2. So 2 times r equals 34. 35 minus 1 is 34. And we're going to divide by 2 in both sides here. And we're going to have r equals 17. Okay, so we got about like, was that 2 more problems there? So let's go here. We get like number 9, 42 plus 5t equals 8t, right? So we're gonna, again, we need to go to cancel 42 first, right? So we're gonna cancel the 42. Oh, before we do this, I just, we know that we have like 5t, but we have like 5t here and 8t. So we need to have one variable and one in one side, okay? So we have choice here. We have 2 choices here, actually. We could either move 5t to the right, or we can switch 8t to the left, right? Now I want to isolate t, right? So I don't want to leave it next to 42, right? So instead of moving 8t to the left, I can just move 5t to the right, right? So by doing so, you can just like, we can just like subtract. So we can subtract like 5t in both sides. So this is gone, right? And we're going to have 42 equals, now 8t minus 5t, that will be 3t here, right? So the next step, we need to cancel the 3. We have multiplication there, right? So we're going to divide. We're going to divide by 3 in order to cancel the 3. We're not going to subtract 3. We're going to divide by 3, right? So that's going to be, now 42 divided by 3, we're going to have 14 equals t, or t equals 14 is the same thing, and that's going to be the answer. Last question. We get number 10. 4p minus 3 plus equals 17. Again, we need to cancel the negative 3. So we're just going to add 3 in both sides here. So we're going to add 3 in both sides. So it's going to have like 4p, and 17 plus 3, that will be 20. Right? So we're going to divide by 4 in both sides. And we're going to have p equals 5. And that's going to be the final answer. And I'll see you to the next video.